Yemen's Houthi rebels, in a bold move, have launched yet another strike on commercial ships cruising through the Red Sea.
بعدد كبير من الصواريخ البالستية والبحرية والطائرات المسيرة.
This Thursday, they sent a remote-controlled explosive vessel alarmingly close to a U.S. Navy ship. This comes just a day after the U.S.-led coalition, known as Operation Prosperity Guardian, vowed to secure these waters.
We will make sure that we respond to the Houthis if they continue this outrageous behavior, along with our allies.
The ongoing assaults are more than just isolated incidences. They're a serious threat to the vital flow of goods through the Red Sea and the Suez Canal, a key artery for trade between Asia and the West. It's a strategy that's costing the Houthis and their Iranian backers little, yet it's starkly revealing the limitations of the U.S.'s coalition response. Tensions in the region are escalating, especially following the October 7th attacks by Hamas and Israel. On Wednesday, the U.S. and its 12 coalition allies issued a stern final warning to the Houthis, holding them accountable for any further disruptions. In a defiant reply, the Houthis set off an explosive unmanned surface vessel near several commercial ships and a U.S. Navy vessel, fortunately causing no damage. And then on Saturday, a U.S. warship intercepted a drone from Houthi territory in the southern Red Sea, close to numerous commercial vessels. With the Houthis persistently targeting commercial shipping, the big question looms: how will the coalition respond? Their options are limited, especially if they want to avoid a full-blown conflict with Iran. Meanwhile, with Iran's backing, the Houthis' tactics are proving distressingly effective, even against the world's leading naval force. Picture this: the Houthis, responding to Israel's strikes on Gaza and Hamas, are now targeting ships linked to Israel, which, at the point of writing this, has tragically killed close to 23,000 Palestinians and is pushing the region towards becoming uninhabitable. Now let's zoom into the Maritime Sea. Since November 18th, the Houthis have launched around 24 attacks in these waters. They're using everything from ballistic missiles to drones, and even a USV. Enter Operation Prosperity Guardian, kicked off by the US on December 18th, with a coalition of nations including Canada, Spain, and the UK, aiming to safeguard these crucial waters. The US, with its massive and versatile navy, plays a key role in protecting global trade routes. Despite this, while 1,500 merchant ships have safely navigated the Red Sea since the operation's inception, there's been a 40% drop in shipping traffic in the critical Bab al-Mandab Strait. This isn't just about oil, it's about the lifelines of global trade. Consumer goods, manufacturing, machinery, you name it. But here's the twist: even with some ships making it through, the spike in insurance costs and the risk might be too steep for many companies. And despite US efforts, the attacks are relentless. The US response isn't deterring the Houthis, signaling a complex challenge ahead. The ripple effect? Major shipping players like Maersk are rerouting, avoiding the Red Sea and opting for the longer Cape of Good Hope path. This decision, while safer, adds weeks to delivery times and piles on costs: fuel, salaries, insurance. And guess who's footing the bill? Yep, the consumers. You. Kavanaugh summed it up perfectly. A few strategic moves in these gray zone conflicts can throw a wrench in global shipping, and the US faces a tightrope walk in responding effectively without escalating tensions. The US has a few good options. So here's the latest. The US just this Wednesday sent a stern message to the Houthis: no more warnings if they persist with their attacks in the region. Now, with that warning disregarded, the coalition faces a tough challenge. They need to deter further attacks without escalating the already tense regional conflict. However, it's uncertain if they can actually pull this off. The Wall Street Journal recently revealed that the US is considering various strategies to strike back at Houthi targets. These could range from targeting missile and drone launch sites to hitting radar stations along Yemen's coast, and even directly striking Houthi ammunition facilities. But taking actions against the Houthis is fraught with complexities. For example, a major hurdle is the mobility of their weapon systems. As Kavanaugh points out, the US's options for retaliation are limited. They can shoot down drones and missiles, but this is an inefficient and costly approach. They could escalate by striking targets within Yemen, like the launch sites for unmanned sea vessels or ammunition depots. But what's the next step that avoids direct confrontation with Iran? Meanwhile, the Houthis could keep disrupting global shipping simply by ramping up their attacks. Interestingly, the Houthis have steered clear of targeting oil tankers or energy cargo, likely to avoid provoking regional powers like Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Qatar, who are keen to prevent a broader regional conflict. Kavanaugh observes that most regional countries have steered clear of the US-led coalition, wary of Iran, reluctant to be seen as defending Israel, since the Houthis have declared Israel as their target. This has resulted in a large but ineffective coalition with vague objectives, limited participation, and overall unclear goals. Even if the coalition manages to reduce Houthi attacks without triggering a direct conflict with Iran, other regional tensions continue to rise. In Lebanon, a senior Hamas leader was recently killed, reportedly by Israel. The war has also reignited attacks on U.S. positions in Iraq and Syria by Iranian-backed groups, and Iraq is gearing up to expel U.S. coalition forces. Kavanaugh warns that escalation in the region isn't just a sudden event, it's a gradual increase in violence, a series of tit-for-tat strikes that could quickly spiral into an intolerable level of conflict. In summary, the situation in the Red Sea and surrounding regions presents a complex and escalating challenge. The Houthi rebels, backed by Iran, have demonstrated a strategic and low-cost approach to disrupting one of the world's most crucial maritime trade routes. The use of unmanned explosive vessels, drones in the Red Sea, particularly near vital passages like the Suez Canal, has not only exposed the vulnerabilities of commercial shipping, but also highlighted the limitations of a US-led coalition response. As the situation continues to evolve, it becomes increasingly clear that there is no simple solution. The coalition must navigate a complex web of geopolitical interests, regional dynamics, and strategic calculations. The risk of escalation remains high, and the path to a peaceful resolution appears fraught with obstacles. The Red Sea conflict serves as a stark reminder of the intricate interplay of global trade, regional politics, and military strategy in today's interconnected world. If you guys enjoyed that topic, make sure to like and subscribe and check out some of our other videos right here.